Namaskar. We are having a glimpse of Dnyaneshwari and dashboard. Today happened to be 22nd and 23rd verse of 5th chapter of Gita. येहि संस्पर्श जा भोगा दुःख योनय एवते आद्यंतवंतः कौंतेय न तेषु रमते बुधः. It means we are trying to extract the happiness through bodily senses. It has limitations. That is what Shri Krishna is trying to say. Try to understand the limitations and go beyond the limitations where you will get the Atma Sukh. And those who have become yogi, the bhakta, they live in a state of heavenly mind. They try to avoid getting too much entangled into the unwanted greed. Need is okay for every organ and every organism, but greed is very dangerous to every organ and every organism. Simple. Okay, now 23rd verse. Just a minute. I'm turning the page. शक्नोति हैव इह सोढुं प्राक् शरीर विमोक्षणात् काम क्रोधोद्भवं वेगं स युक्तः स सुखी नरः. It means in this world, whichever body you are living, me, you, anybody, whichever yoni you are living, any kind of species you are, if you are getting the birth of human being, and if you cannot resist this attraction, unwanted attraction, the greed, then you cannot be called even as a human being. And if you can resist this attraction and getting involved in that and just wasting your time, then you cannot become yogi. And if you can resist, if you can control, if you can avoid the angriness, if you are not getting those things and then if you can sustain and still if you can live happily, then only you can become a yogi, and then only you can become the real Sukhi person, Atmagyani person, the Brahmadhyani person, the person who has achieved the self-realization and enlightenment. Beautiful. Try to understand your limitations. Very important. Now what Dnyaneshwari Maharaj is saying, जिही आपण पे नाही देखिले तेची ही इंद्रियार्थी रंजले जैसे रंक का आळू कैले तुशांते सेवी. So if you can cook the bread and eat, then why you eat the cover of the any grain? In fact, the examples have limitations. नातरी मृगे तृषा पीडिते संभ्रमे विसरोनी जाते मग तोये बुद्धी बरडिते ठाकून येते. You see, the mrugajal, the mirage is there and the deer runs after that. But he cannot get happy because he wants water, the real water. If he drinks the real water, then only he can become happy. The mirage can't make it happy. And that's why you have to be Atmagyani, take Atma Sukh only, all the time say, live in that state of mind. Then only you can become Brahmadhyani. And that is the best way. And these people who have become realized soul, they live in that state of mind, live in Atma Sukh, which is infinite. While this has limitations, a starting point and end point, the eating time, this is limited time. Okay, but that Atma Sukh, that state of mind, it is infinite. तैसे आपण पण नाही लिहिले याचे स्वसुखाचे सदा खरांटे त्याचे विषय गोमटे आवडते. दोज हू डोंट नो व्हॉट इज आत्मज्ञान, व्हॉट इज आत्मसुख, दे गो आफ्टर दिस ग्रीड. एरवी विषय काय सुख आहे हे बोलण्याची सारखे नाही तरी विद्युत स्फुरणे का ग पाहे जगा माझे. दॅट लाइटनिंग and thunder and lightning is for some time, the lightning happens to be for some time. It's just an example. And you find that there is lightning, that light lasts for few seconds. And similarly, the Vishay Sukh, the happiness in these things, it has limitations. But Atma Sukh is amaryat. Then he has given a lot of examples. सांगे वात वर्ष आत हो घरे असे अब्रत छा याची जरी सरे तरी त्रिमाळिके धवारे करावी का. If sun has, scorching heat is there due to sun, and if cloud is coming in between, then why should we build a house? I mean, a simple example. म्हणून विषय सुख जे बोलीजे ते नेड़ता गा वाया जलपीजे जैसे मुहुरका म्हणीजे विषय कंदाते. Now onion is there, people like to eat onion for example, but while cutting onion your eyes get wet. Of course, if you don't wear these glasses and all those things, I mean, every example has limitations, but try to understand the real meaning behind that. नातरी भोमा नाम मंगळ रोहिणी ते म्हणती जो जैसा सुख प्रवाह दू वरळू विषय को हा. The good things, mangal means good thing, and mangal means the Mars. Mars happens to be the it has come out of the earth only. It is good, but when it comes into your horoscope, it becomes harmful. I mean, that is what is the given in so many places. So anything and everything in excess is not good. That is what he wants to say. हे असो अवघी आगवी बोली सांगपा सर्पफणीची सावली ते शीतली होई केतुली मुशकासे. If the mouse is there, can the mouse take rest in below, rather below the cobra? No, the cobra will eat it. जैसा आमिष कवळू पांडवा मिनून सेवी तेवीची बरवा तवची बरवा तैसा विषय संगो आखवा निभ्रांत जाणे. You see, there is something kept into the anchor, and while fishing, that fish rod is thrown, and the fish gets entangled into it, and fish is no more. Like that happens with us. If you get attracted towards it, you are no more on the Paramarthic path. हे विरक्तांचे दिठी जे नहाती किरीटी ते पांडुरोगाची पुष्टी सारखी दिसे. Now he is a Pandu Kumar. He knows what is the Pandurog his father suffered. So he is giving example that these Vishay Sukha are like Pandurog. They will definitely put you in danger. म्हणून विषयभोगीचे सुख ते साध्यंते ते जाण दुःख परी काय करीती मूर्खन सेविती नसरे. Now these people who like the vishay sukh, the greed, they get involved in the greed, and the greed has no end, and greed is always eating them. It is not they are eating the greed, the greed is eating them. ते अंतर निळती बापुडे म्हणून अगत्य सेवणे घडे सांगे पूय पंखीची कडे काय चिवसी घेती. Now he has given Bibat Sudan, it is known as that if something there is a cut in your body somewhere, then a septic is there, then the white pus is there. In that pus, if some insects are living, if they like that pus only, they will not be liking the other things. Taya dukhiya, I'm turning the picture. Taya dukhiya, दुःखचे जीवा ते विषय कर्दमीचे दर्दूर ते भोग जेव्हा ते जलचल सांडीचे काही he has sarcastically he say those who like to live in sorrow, they will not like the happiness and joy. आणि दुःख योनी जिया आहाती त्या निरर्थका तरी नव्हती तरी विषयावरी विरक्ती धरितीची ना. Then there are so many those who like the bad thing, the greed, they will like it, and they will not like the Paramarthic path. He has given a lot of examples. जरी विषय सांडी जेले तरी महादोषिके व्यसी जेल आणि संसार शब्द नवे लटिका जगी. Now he has made it's a joke in fact. If these people don't get entangled into bad things, then there are 8.4 million species. Those species will not exist, because when they commit some kind of sins, then only they will go into those births. Okay. And even lower Loster Passion, I mean, even the stone is also a kind of a species, and that stone, that species has committed a lot of sins, and that is why that species has gone into the species of stone. That is also given somewhere in Gita. You'll come to know later. I mean, everybody knows in those who read the Gita. जरी विषय विश्व सांडिजेल तरी महादोषी जे वसिजेल आणि संसार शब्द नव्हेल लटिका, दिस वर्ल्ड विल नॉट एक्झिस्ट बिकॉज अदर स्पेशीज आर गॉन, ओनली ह्युमन बीइंग्स लेफ्ट, देन व्हॉट इज लेफ्ट. सर्कास्टिकली इट इज रिटन. या कारणे का सुगट हा विचारिता विषय ओखटा, तू झणे कही या वाटा पिसळून जाशील. प्लीज डोंट गो ऑन दॅट path of greed. Remain on this path, parmarthic path. Then only you can achieve the enlightenment, the real सुख. पण याते विरक्त पुरुष तजिते का जैसे विष, निराश तरी दुःख दाविल नावडे. So a विरक्त पुरुष, they know all these things, and then hence they don't go into the sorrow. They always live in infinite joy. Okay. नाव ज्ञानियाच्या हनी ठाई याची माथुई कीर नाही, देही देहभाव जी स्ववश केले. दोज हु आर रिअलाइज सोल, दे डू नॉट गो आफ्टर द ग्रीड, दे लिव इन देअर लिमिटेशन. अँड स्ववश मीन्स दे कंट्रोल एव्हरीथिंग. इन फॅक्ट देअर एव्हरीथिंग इज कंट्रोल्ड बाय द गॉड ओनली. वाय? यांचे बाह्याची भाषा नेडीजे ती निशेष अंतरी सुख एक आती, परी ते वेगळेपणे भोगीजे, जैसे पक्षी फळ चुमीजे, जैसे नभे तेथे विसरीजे भोगीतेपणे. यू नो, द फ्रूट इज देअर, द बर्ड इज देअर, and its soul is there. The soul is through eating fruit, that soul is getting the joy. Now this soul, this bird and the fruit, this tripudi has been gone away and it has been merged with the God. Then what is left? It is the God only, the infinite Atman Dhyan, infinite God, Paramatma, whatever you may say. So these people remain one with the unison with the God at all the time, and hence they are yogi bhakta. Now the opposite side is भोगी अवस्था एक एवढी ते अहंकारचा अचूळ लोटी, मग सुखीसी घे आठी गाढेपणे. If you have ego that I'll do this, I shall rule the world, I shall earn this many money, I shall earn so many degrees, I shall do this, do that, I shall, khatam, I will, and I mean egotism, you get entangled into this. Gone. You will not be forever happy. You will always be entangled into the greed. Then he has given a lot of examples. का आकाशिवायू हारूपे ते तर धुनिये भाष लोपे, तैसे सुख चिवरे स्वरूप सुरुती तिये. Now पृथ्वी, आप, तेज, वायू, आकाश, this is स्थूल and this is very सूक्ष्म, this is ultra microscopic, this is visible. Now this gets merged into this, merge into this, merge into this, merge into this. Then Akash is left, Akash left, and Akash merges with the Paramatma. Gone. What is left? Paramatma is left. Now, that is the real joy when you get merged with the God. That is what he is saying. And then only you can have the Swarupa Sukha. ऐशी द्वैताची भाषा जाय, मग म्हणून जरी एकेच वेळी तरी तिथं साक्षी कोण आहे जाणते जे. Now the duality is gone. This body is there. I am going to, have a rasgulla, have a glass of water. The duality is gone. He is drinking, he is eating, he is doing everyday needs, but he is not beyond greed. And he has merged with the God, so he always remain merged with the God. There is no duality, only Advaita, Paramatma is left. And then whatever he does, that becomes work, is worship, because he is not going to do bad things. Because if he do bad things, if he go after the greed, he is not on this path, then he has left this path, so he cannot remain forever happy. He cannot be called yogi. So let us try to become yogi, and let us try to achieve the enlightenment, remain in that state of mind, and then devote our life for a good cause. And there is no other cause better than Paramatma. That is what Dnyaneshwari Maharaj and Sri Krishna is telling. Okay? So let us try to live on this path. Thank you very much.